What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is your breakdown of Chris Angel Mind Freak. Seth Rollins, Radical Revolutionary. He is a part of the 8th anniversary event, which is a 90s retro event. So he is a new gen acrobat, and I want to air a quick grievance. So this is a third Seth Rollins that is an acrobat class in the game for us. It's also the second new gen specific era acrobat Seth Rollins, which is like very specifically how do you get that in there. So basically Seth Rollins traded being a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle for being Chris Angel, which, in fairness, actually does kind of make him look appropriate. Like it fits. It's interesting. But I would have much rather this been AJ Styles or, somebody that we don't already have a new gen acrobat version of. But rant over, except for his link is new gen, which that's a terrible link. Trainer ability, though, at 35k, moves that generate countdown gems will generate 4 more countdown, and blue gems do 40% more damage. So kind of replaces some of the older countdown trainers that would create 1 or 2 more, and you could work them in conjunction with Solo Sokoa, the Showboat version, to create a lot more countdown gems for those who need that such thing. The first move set, we're going to take a look at a few of them, but the first move set that we're going to look at here is a countdown build, actually. So it's a 7 MP black, 450 splash, deal damage, and choose a 7x1 area to make into 1-turn countdown gems that will make 5 random gems into multiply gems, but only strength 3 at the end of the countdown. Then a 7 MP belly to back suplex, deal damage, choose 5 gems to make into blue gems. While being submitted, it's also a reversal. You break the submission, deal 1.42 million damage, increase your blue gem damage by 147% for 2 turns. However, we're not going for blue. We're going for the super kick, 7 MP blue move, deal damage, make 34 multiplied gems into black. So you got to hope that the opponent that is, don't break, or you don't mess up and break your countdown gems. On the entourage, you're going to have Woods for 4 more black MP after the 99 MP is gone. Damian Priest for black moves start with 2 more MP, plus multiply gems increase their strength by 1. If you get him up to 35k, which is 6-star gold, then multi-gems will increase their strength by 2, which is actually really, really nice. We're also going to put Memrock on here for right now. We'll scale this up, but multi-gems increase their strength by 1. And Boogeyman for black gems do 30% more damage. I do want to show you something real quick because I already had the thought, and I'm sure you're having the thought too. Why not make Generate Gems and put Mosh on here, which makes total sense. Except for if you look, Mosh doesn't work. So the move isn't making the multi-gems. The countdown gems are making the multi-gems. So Mosh does not trigger that effect. Otherwise, man, you'd make a lot more multi-gems on the board. However, the one who does trigger it is Uncle Howdy. So then you're making 10 random gems into multiply gems. 7x1 whole board is turning multi. So we will check out Howdy in a minute. But just note, Mosh doesn't work. I already thought it. Tried it, wanted to do it, doesn't work. On the strap, for countdown gems, your best shot is the Z plate. Ultimate Opportunist Z. Whenever you make 4 more countdown gems, increase your gem damage by 50%. There's 2 other countdown gem plates, the Heart of Jade, which is right here, and the Dusty plate, but this one does purple and red gems, which you're not making, and Hard Times does blue and yellow. So unless I'm forgetting a plate that's countdown into black, it's not gonna work there. On this side of things, from now on, we're just basically going to have to say, yes, you could use the Royal Rumble plates, because most characters that can break a lot of gems can use the Royal Rumble plates. So, of course, you could do that. You could also use the Eyes of Judgment on him, which is... Oh, yeah, it's not on this account for some reason. But either way, when you make countdown gems, you steal your opponent's MP. So that will also work. And then any of the Royal Rumble plates will work. Most specifically, if you could throw on blue, because that's his primary color. And we will, of course, do that in a moment. But let's start with the basic version of this. So we're going to go up against Solo Sikoa, 6 silver against 6 silver. It's kind of funny because Solo's a new gen required, and now you can do Seth versus Solo. But yeah, anyway, is what it is. So we are going to make a 7x1 area into countdown gems. So keep in mind, 7x1 means your best place for it in this case is probably the bottom row. Usually I say top row with 7x1s, but you're actually wanting to trigger these. So in order to trigger them, you're going to use the belly to back suplex, which is break submission. But the more important part is you're making 5 gems into black gems. So you need to set up a 5 swipe with this. You want to do it in such a way that you're not going to cascade as much as possible. You're setting up into blue gems. Again, you still want to set it up where as much as possible you're not going to cascade. I would probably do something like this. And then when I swipe that blue gem, the blue gem is going to replace the loot box gem. And we'll hopefully not have any issues there. That's good. All right, so we've got the countdowns. We're going to swipe. There we go. Now the wild card is there. We've made most of the board into ×5 multis, and we're going to make all of those black, which is going to self-reload. And boom. So at silver, that is, actually I got some cascade, 18 million. So you're talking about 36 million at gold. Not great yet. But that whole thing scales significantly with multiple steps. So let's check out each of the respective steps that you can also do to this and kind of go from here, right? So with 99 MP, you don't have to worry about too much, but after 99 MP, these are 7 MP charge moves, which does mean that you will need this guy right here, but we will show you if you want to use something, like Sherry right there, what that would look like with Sherry and Santa Hogan. But we're also going to scale up then to the other version of Seth Acro New Gen era, which is to increase your multis by 3. There we go. So now you've got kind of a little bit bigger of a buff. You're going to hit 3 times harder. Yeah. And this is also, I believe, if I remember correctly, the moment that's out for the 8th anniversary does increase your multi-gems by 2 or 3. So that does also kind of show you what you would look like if you have that, but not Seth. I'm going to kind of do these as quick as I can without being stupid about my placement, although I have been known to cascade a time or two. That should work there. All right, we still made it. So now we're making multis of strength 7, so it's as if we had a drip plate. Oh, by the way, you already saw it. This is another place you could put the drip plate because you're making 2 black gems. The biggest struggle is if, that was, what was that, 25 million? So that's 50 million that way, is if you end up putting the ×7 down where you can't make a 5 match because then you're in trouble. Then you're going to automatically turn over to the next turn and miss something. But yep, of course, drip plate, he's a candidate. All right, so now we're going to switch out Boogeyman for the big guy. Nope. Generate gems, please. Generate gems, please. Uncle Howdy. If you got Howdy, you already saw him. So this is going to make the whole board into multiply gems. And then just for funsies, we'll show you what it looks like with Sherry. Although with Sherry, you would need a Santa Hogan or a line bonus. So would not be ready loaded turn 1 in feud without a line bonus with Sherry. But still good. Still very, very good. Let's see here. That shouldn't cascade, theoretically. Well, of course it does. Of course it does. Okay, so far so good. Don't overwrite my multi-gems, bro. Or my countdowns in this case. Yes! Alright, so far so good. So far so good. He didn't screw anything up. We're about to overwrite his gems. Life's good. Alright, so now we're at times 7 still. But we have the whole board. And so when we make black, it's going to pretty much make the whole board black at this point. And anything it doesn't hopefully catches. So 28 million. So that's 60 million almost. It would actually be pretty much close, right on 60 million at 6 gold. So that's a good for an A tier. It's a really, really good hit. But we could still make it better twice. One move would be to add a Royal Rumble plate. So you could certainly add the black one, and I would be able to do that because I have that one. But, of course, if you can add the blue plate, that's going to give you the most damage because blue's his primary color. Very Voltron-y. Like, literally, I've never spent 12 minutes on one single move set before like this. But we're not even done yet because there's a Sherry that you can also do. So, we can see all sorts of damage. Brain damage, included. All right. Okay, we can't do that way. So we'll have to do it this way because of the placement of the gems. I'm going to swipe that way. And, of course, we're going to cascade. And we're going to screw up our multis. Let's see what solo does to us because I really don't want to restart this. Okay, so far so good. Dang it. You jerk. At least he broke his own instead of breaking another one of mine. And it should still fill the whole board. Yep. All right, so we're still good. All right, so this is with the plate. It's going to add a bunch of blue gems. So anything that gets missed here will hopefully then get hit with the blues. Almost. Oh, actually, it did get all of it that time. So that turned out to be 84 million damage. Not bad at all. Of course, that is running Uncle Howdy. Yeah, that is running Uncle Howdy. So, yep. And of course, there's one more big step you can do, which is to add Sherry. One more time for those in the back. Add Sherry, you would need a line bonus in Feud. But you can always add Sherry if you got her. So, there she is. All right. So now, same thing. I'm going to leave the plate on. If you have all of this Whaley stuff, you probably have a plate you can throw on him. Maybe. I don't know. But still going to leave it on. We can just compare to the 84 million damage and kind of give you so it would have hit instead of 60 million, etc. All right, let's see. Gotten rid of those. That should work. Yep, sweet. All right, so this is with Sherry. Now they're all times 10. Still not the biggest on the board, but with all the buffs in place and the plate going off, you should see a pretty decent hit right here. That's going to get at least 110 more on there. Yep, that's 104 million. But that's with everything. I mean, everything in the mix at once. So, yeah, you could see Seth scales from, he's okay, 40-ish, maybe 50 million, all the way up to 104 million. Just depends on how much you're ready and willing to throw on him. So, yeah, that's a pretty good start. So let's check out a couple other move sets here real quick. Your next move set is going to be triple purple. It is 6 MP for the first two, 10 MP for the third. Phoenix Splash, deal damage and choose 5 gems to make purple. Standing Moonsault, deal damage, make 37 random gems color turn. And then the Pedigree, 10 MP purple, deal damage plus bonus damage for every color turn gem, pin the opponent, then deal damage and make 33 color turn gems into blue, which is his primary color. So that's nice. So in order to get loaded turn 1, these are 6 MP moves. So we're going to need this guy right here and this guy right here. You could also run Thrasher, who has color turn gems do 75% more damage, and Jey Uso Yeet, color turn gems do 125% more damage, and blue gems do 30% more damage. So this really takes advantage of Yeet, whereas before I was like, I don't know who you're going to use that on. Well, guess what? Now we know it's this guy. So there you go. On the strap, ignore up above the fact that I don't have, or I do have the Royal Rumble plate on there. We don't really need it. It's nice. It's nice to have. Don't get me wrong. Also, it'd be a good idea to use the purple one of these right here to make sure you have your purple moves at the maximum. So update that in your mind. But we are going to use the Devon specs. Whenever you make 6 or more color turn gems, increase all your gem damage by 50%. You would not, however, want to use the Bubba's specs because whenever you make a purple move, which you're doing a lot of, you increase your purple gem damage, but you're making everything blue. So your best plates right here would once again be your Royal Rumble plates, either your purple, which should be on Muta if you have him, or your blue, which we just had. You could also do the black one, but, why would you? So, yeah, any of those, that's pretty much from now on always going to be and use a Royal Rumble plate. There you go. Seth doesn't have gear. Usually the A tiers do not, but they do usually end up getting a plate that is based on them. So I would expect that there would probably be a plate that benefits Seth. I don't know, maybe as soon as this weekend. Who knows? We'll see. So we're going to go against Solo still. We're doing a color turn setup. I don't think there's any superstars that reverse color turn, but if there are, let me know. Anyways, all right, so first you're going to throw down the 37 random area into color turn gems. Without the 99 MP, you would not be loaded on your finisher. You would still need to match a 5 match to get that going. 4 match technically, but 5's better controlled. So what I would actually do is just go ahead and do a 7 on the middle like that. Oh, you can't because you can only do 5, huh? All right, well, poopers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do something like that. Just control as best you can so that you're not likely to cascade. Now throw out another set of color turn gems because why wouldn't you? That triggers the plate twice. Now your purple gems are doing 180k per. And you could hit it again, but you're not going to. So you're going to hit the finisher. You're dealing 3 million damage plus about 500,000 bonus damage for every color turn gem, which is the entire board minus the wild card. And then you're going to pin the opponent. So from 17 million, there's a 3 million hit, 14 million hit, and so that's 17 million plus another 9 million, which would be 20 million. So, again, you're getting up there in the 50 million mark, give or take. And, of course, you add a Royal Rumble plate. That's going to hit another set. Plus, you've buffed your gems. If you do the blue one, Jey Uso buffs those. So, all the way around, not bad. It's not near as powerful as the multi-gem set, but, again, it's almost the same as the multi-gem set in terms of with the lowest set of options on the multi-gem build. But if you've got some things, obviously the other way around is the best way to go. I think that's pretty much covering that move set. So let's check out his trap gem build, which is his other build from here. The last moveset we're going to take a look at is the Trap Gem build. You've got the 7 MP belly to back suplex. We've seen it. Choose 5 gems to make into blue gems. The Shinjurai, which we haven't seen, 6 MP blue. Deal damage, make 19 random gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, steal health. Broken by you, deal damage, and make 4 random gems blue. kind of similar to a lot of other trap gems we've seen. King's Landing, 10 MP finisher, deal damage and make 21 trap gems into black gems. Oh, you know what? I did not change the plates and entourage. Hold on one second here, just for the sake of accuracy. There we go, and there we go. All right. Boop. All fixed. Finisher, deal damage, make 21 trap gems black, which is then also going to make a bunch of stuff blue. Pin the opponent. Hardcore, if the opponent's class is Showboat, deal damage and bonus damage for every trap gem. So when you're facing Showboats, this is going to be the way to go. My one challenge with this moveset is on your entourage, you've got two great moves here. You got Woods to get black 4 black MP, and then Tiffy time for trap gems do 100% and black give you 2. So that's going to get you started loaded turn 1 here. However, you're only going to have 1 MP on your King's Landing, which means you need to get 9. You've got the ability to match 5, and if you use this Hogan right here, that's still only going to get you to 7. But you do want Steamboat for trap gems to 100% more damage, and it creates 2 more trap gems, so it matches up 21 and 21. So your other alternate option would be to replace Hogan with Move Charge Guy here, and I think it's Zombie HBK whenever you match, or sorry, that's not what I want. I want Generate Gems. I think it's Zombie HBK that creates blue. Let's see, purple, green. Oh, no, it'd be Dom. It'd be Zomdom, right? Where's Zombie Dom? Yeah, because he's making black. So Zombie Dom would actually probably work better in this case than Hogan would. And also, so moves in blah, blah, blah will create 3 more and then increase your kick out damage by 10%. So now you're creating 8, which means you still have to match another one to get that. You could do a 3 match and a 5 match, which you're more likely to be able to do a Zomdom than Hogan, although Hogan would charge that out. Now, on this, you could move to a blue on this move metal here. Either way, you're going to be fine. It's not a huge buff, but it does give you a little bit there. The big one would be the Barber's Blades. Whenever you make 6 or more trap gems, increase your black gem damage by 75%. That's going to help a lot. You could also use the Aussie Plate. Whenever you break 20 more trap gems, generate 20 black, but you would need to have the additional trap gems added for that one to work, and you got to break them all. And the same thing I've said every time, the Royal Rumble plates can now be used by pretty much every moveset. And so that's going to be something I have to say pretty much every single time. So there we go. Thank you for those. I do love those plates. It's just interesting how that impacts this, So anyways, all right. Without the 99 MP, this is not going to be loaded. This would be 1, and you got to make 9 more happen. So you're going to use this, and you're going to try not to cascade, but you might. You probably will. Your other thing would be if you could use a midline or top line bonus. But either way, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right there, supposing we don't cascade, which we probably will. Yep. Now your move would be loaded. So there you go. There you go. We're going to let Solo create some juggernauts, and then we're going to wipe them out anyway, so it doesn't matter. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. There we go. Yep. Aw, he pinned me. How sad. I guess we'll have to kick out. All right, so you're probably going to eat a turn, which I know a lot of people will not like. It's not going to be fast and feud. So you do this. Throw down all these trap gems. Do the bonus damage if they're a Showboat, which he's not, obviously. And make 21 trap gems into black, which is then going to cascade as many that are left into blue. So now you've filled that up, and you've dropped your primary color a few times. So you're talking, is that 7 million was all that was? Dang, that was not super spicy. but it did eliminate him, so it had to be more than that. There's no way it was 73 million. You know what? Hold on. Just to make sure we're talking what we need to talk on this one here. Let's go to... I need to go to bed. I'm almost done with these. As soon as this is done, I'm making a 3-minute moveset and then going to bed. But, all right, let's beat D'Lo. Attitude Era. Crap. Okay. And we can't fight Big Papa Pump because he's going to sub us. We can't do trap gems against him, right? 99% sure that's what I always run into. It's that he can't. Let's see. Counter. Reversal if the opponent creates trap gems. Okay, yeah, so we can't fight him. Yeah, crap. If only there were props on this account. I could use that and fight off him. Well, we can't see the total damage on this right now because of that. But we can do it on the candy store later on. So, yeah, we'll check that out Friday just to make sure. But as for now, it did drain his health, but looked like it was only 7 million. Did you see it? Let me know what you think in the comment section if you saw it there. All right, so what do I think of Seth Leonardo? Oh, I mean, Chris Angel. I mean, yeah, anyway. Well, I would say if you've got Turtle Leonardo hits harder, easier. However, his multi-gem build, if you have everything, which does include Uncle Howdy, definitely hits harder, over 100 million. But it takes a lot to get him going there. This moveset, I think, is what Rusty will end up liking. Let me just make sure. There's nothing else that gets me to blue with the blacks, right? Nope, because he only has 2 black moves. So, yeah, I think the first moveset is probably your best bet. Triple purple works pretty well. You know, no matter what you've got, multi-gems, you tend to work that way. However, this is a pretty decent build if you've got a top-line bonus or other bonus where you can get that blue move started sooner. I wouldn't want to replace Tiffy. You need it to get started loaded anyway. I wouldn't want to replace him. I wouldn't want to replace him. So, really, I feel like that's kind of it. But as an A tier, I think he does pretty well. Keep in mind, they usually release plates for A tiers. And there is a moment already, which would, if you got it, make a couple of his movesets a bit stronger. So, that's your breakdown for Seth Rollins. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and then send this to your friend or faction mate who's going, hey, I got that new A-tier Chris Angel looking dude. How do you run him? Here's how. We'll see you on the next one, friends. Bye.